What's up, guys? So in my video about things I said I wish I knew before I started training, I emphasized deloads as one of the points in there. It was asked of me in the comment section if my deloads were planned or if I took them when I felt like I needed them. And for powerlifting and powerlifting training and probably most performance training endeavors, they should be planned. If you're taking them when you feel like you need them, when your body's telling you, we're feeling run down, you waited too long. That's not kind of the point of deloads in this context. For bodybuilding, maybe, I don't know, that's not my thing. But for powerlifting, they should be planned. It's been preached, that every 4-week deloads, and that's probably overkill for most people. That's a thing that comes from, geared lifters in particular, and they're handling very big loads, giggity, regularly, and it might make more sense for an advanced geared lifter to deload that often. For, a raw under 200 pound power lifter, that's probably not necessary that often. And it became so popular because I've said before, geared powerlifters were putting some of the first good information on the internet, and taking us out of the dark ages of muscle magazines being the way. So a lot of that stuff stuck and has lingered for a while. And not that it's bad information, it's just not necessarily applicable on a wider scale, as geared powerlifting isn't really the popular form of powerlifting anymore. That said, deloads should definitely be planned. They are not a reactive thing. They should be proactive. They are, I know I'm going to accumulate this fatigue, and I know that I want my body to be ready for another training block. So as we're going up in here, we're going to take this small step down, just a baby step down, so that we can then, continue rising back up at a steady and maintainable clip. Whereas if you're just going balls to the wall, up, 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 and then yink, and now you're at the floor and got to start all over. So there's not a specific timetable, that's going to be universal. Everybody shouldn't do it every 5th week or every 6th week or every 3rd week or etc. But they should be planned with some regularity. How regular is that? Maybe it's between, every training block. If you're going from, a more hypertrophy style block and then transitioning to a strength block, maybe you're going to deload at the end of that hypertrophy block. And going into the strength block, maybe you're going to run, 2 or 3 strength blocks in a row. You're going to deload between each one. Those strength blocks maybe 6 to 8 weeks. Like with everything in fitness and training, there's going to be a lot of it depends, because it really does. What intensities you're pushing, what kind of volume you're pushing, how well you recover as an individual. Are you married? Do you have kids? Do you work 40 hours a week? Do you work 10 hours a week? Do you work 80 hours a week? All of these things, how many steps you're getting in a day, blah, 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 blah. There's so many variables. But at the end of the day, deloads for powerlifters are going to be pretty necessary, with some semblance of regularity. That regularity is going to be, dependent upon the lifter and their personal variables. But the main point is they should definitely always be planned. They are to mitigate and shed fatigue and prepare your body for the next training cycle. They should not be reactive. Again, if you're reacting and deloading because you feel run down, then you've went too far, in your programming. And that's, again, take the time off because you're run down. But the point of deloads is to not get to that completely run down space. It's to shed that fatigue before you get there, and to continue your training. So again, so you can keep this chart progressing steadily, taking very small dips and then progressing and small dip, progress, small dip, instead of, you know, when you're reacting to deloads, you're going to take a big dip down. It's going to take longer to get back up. And then if, you know, you don't listen to your body at all, you're just going to snap your shit up. Peace.